Hi, I'm John Williams, and I'm an author, writer, and public speaker, and I'm here to talk about online dating. We're gonna go over some statistics today. There's a lot of misconceptions about online dating and so forth, so we're just gonna talk a little bit about that. And we're gonna start with the number of people who date online, which is about 45, 49 million, something like that. Now, what's interesting, of those 49 million or so, about 10%, quit after 3 months. So that's about maybe, 4.5, 5 million people. Now, if it were me, I mean, I dated off and online for like 3.5 years. Uh, and I would quit for like maybe a couple few weeks, then I'd go back, right? Because you get frustrated, you feel like it's not working or whatever, and you quit. But if that's you, I'd say don't quit for good. Just take a break. Why? Because as you're going to see here in a few minutes, that online dating is still the most efficient way to find someone, right? Because, like for instance, the average length of courtship for marriage, online dating is 18 and a half months. So if you met your spouse online in 18 and a half months, you'll be married. Now, organic dating, same scenario, will take 42 months, right? That's nearly 3.5 years. Now, let's say at year 3, it's not the person that you want to marry. It didn't work out. Well, you've wasted 3 years, right? I mean, who has that kind of time? Whereas online dating, it's like a year and a half. So at year 1, after the first year, that doesn't work out. Okay, it's not so bad. 1 year is better than 3, right? So it's a more efficient way to date. And like I said, I like online dating because you meet people you otherwise would not meet. The percentage of women, 26% of women, excuse me, at 26, women have more online pursuers than men. Excuse me, at age 26. Now, after that, it actually drops off pretty sharply. In fact, men that are 48 years old have more pursuers than women. So the window for women is a lot younger than it is for men. So if you're a single mom and you're above 30 even, it's going to be, there's a lot of competition, which is why I recommend you know what you're doing online dating, because if your profile is messed up, you're competing against women that get this piece right. Their pictures are slamming. Their profile is complete. It's clear. It's concise. It's got really, interesting information on it. And they're going to beat you every time. Why? Because your profile is not. Your pictures aren't that great. Your profile isn't that great, right? So in the world of online dating, your profile matters. Why? Because again, people nowadays do not read anymore. They scan. They'll scan through. They find something interesting. Oh, now they might read it. But if your picture isn't sharp enough or popping enough for them to stop and at least scan your profile, then they're not going to look at your profile. And that happens. I mean, out of tens of thousands of profiles, you don't stand a chance if your profile isn't at least in the running. If it's not top notch and it's popping, then no. So these are some of the things that I talk about in the book, Winning at Online Dating, and how you can better fine tune your profile so that it gets you more messages, it gets you the quality people. Because what's interesting is what your profile says weeds out people just as much as it attracts people. And if you write it properly, your profile will do that for you, right? Continuing on with our statistics, when it comes to offline dating, 22% of people met their spouse at work. 19% were introduced by friends. 9% met at a bar or club. And 4% met at church, which is interesting because when I was young, it's, oh, you want to find a good girl, go to church. That's not the case here. That's not what the numbers are saying, right? 40% of Americans, again, they do online dating. And then this is what I found interesting. 22% of online daters ask their friends to complete their profile. Now let's just kind of think about that for a minute. 22% ask their friends to complete their profile. Yet, 53% of profiles online, people lie. Well, it's no wonder if you're having your friend do it for you. Let me just say this. You are looking for someone, I mean, if you're doing it the right way and you're actually trying to find somebody to marry, you are looking for someone that you're going to spend, get this, the next 40 to 50 years with. Are you really going to entrust that to a friend? Are you really going to let them say whatever they want on your profile? No. No. Don't do it. Engage. I mean, think about what it is that you're really doing here. You're trying to meet someone to have a conversation with to determine whether or not you're going to get married to them or date them to maybe get engaged, then marry. I wouldn't entrust that to a friend. I wouldn't entrust that to anybody. Why? Because I want to say what I need and want to say on it. And again, I'm trying to weed out the bad apples and attract the good apples, right? A friend won't know how to do that. I'll just be honest with you. They won't. Unless, of course, they read my book. But in all honesty, you want to be engaged in this process. I mean, really, if you do it well once, then it will pay you dividends for as long as your profile's up, right? And then what I do is, or what I did was, because I found my someone already online, but what I did was I would copy and paste it. So I had my own profile already set up, and then when I go from like one site to another, I just simply cut and paste it into the website because it's already been spell checked, grammarly checked, right? No misspelled words. There's nothing worse than having to read someone's profile and they got misspelled words. It's like, right? They just weeded themselves out, right? So yeah, get involved. Make sure you do your own profile. Don't let friends do that for you because they might put inaccurate information on it. And now you actually meet with the person and you're talking and they mention it and it's like, oh, actually, that's not true. I mean, that's, now you got to walk it back, right? Well, my friend actually did it. No. You engage, you be your best advocate, your best champion online. Do a great job. Make sure the profile is what it needs to be to get the results you want. Here's another interesting statistic. 23% of people say that online daters are desperate. Really? They think you're desperate because you're dating online? Well, fine. If you want to waste, 3+ years on someone that doesn't work out, I'd rather waste 1 year. So, how's that working for you? No. I can tell you personally that I've met people that were master's degree holders, had their own businesses, people that were PhDs, doctors, of one thing or another, psychologists, people that were very bright. They just don't have the time to go to a bar, spend 45 minutes with one person to ask them the same questions that you can get answers to by reading someone's profile. So you tell me, is that, are they desperate or are they really more about efficiency? They want to get this thing over with. I mean, I was in my 50s online dating because I didn't have time for, I don't have that kind of time. I want to get married. I want to find that right person and move on. So misconceptions about people being desperate are incorrect, but hopefully my video will help change some of that. But if you've never dated online, then you'll find out for yourself that that's not true. So we're talking about assumptions, right? So what am I saying? The numbers here are, again, they're probably about a year old. But even if they were, as they are, they're pretty eye-opening. Again, you can find people online dating that you otherwise would not meet. And if it works out really well, and again, it's not about dating online per se, it's about meeting someone online, and then of course you go offline, you talk on the phone, you chat, whatever, and then you get to know the person one-on-one, right? So it's almost kind of a misnomer, online dating. It's really online meeting, because that's how you meet them initially, and then from there, it's like organic dating, right? Of course you can't take them, if they're, in China, you're not going to take them to dinner tonight, right? But you can have that conversation. You can build rapport. You can, talk about different things, right? And then eventually meet them in person. So I hope this video was helpful. I hope it gave you some things to think about, maybe change some assumptions, right? Again, my name is John Williams. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe, like this video, hit the notification bell so you know when there's more videos uploaded. I appreciate you looking at the resources, again, the book, Winning on Online Dating. And if you enjoy what I'm doing, if you'd like to support the cause, there's a PayPal link as well. Thank you very much. Have a great day.